Hello everyone and welcome to the review and overview of the Europe DLC. And hang in there, this is going to be the best DLC of Planet Zoo so far, and also it could have been the best DLC by far, but we are talking about that at the end in the review. Now let's actually start with what is in here, and I think first of all you want to see the animals, right? So let's jump right over to the animals. Okay, first up we have the fire salamander. This is the exhibit animal that comes with this DLC, and it comes with a brand new exhibit design, which I quite like. It's a very foresty one. We've got the two different facades, like the 2D and 3D facade. I want to just have these boulders. They look phenomenal with the moss, coming up and so on. And we also do have this little dude in here. Let me just hit play, by the way. So we do have it lying in here and can see some of the animations. So I'm not sure if I am on the quickest movement or not, by the way. Okay, this seems to be rather quick, so I'm just going to turn around back again. So there we have got one of the fire salamander. It's very hard to get very close. You can see these eye movements there. And if I remember correctly, there was another one in a little, there you go, in a little puddle over here. So pretty neatly done. They move quite a bit here and there, just like some movements. But as we all know, this is how it all goes. It's the exhibit animal behavior. So basically, these are looped animations in some spots. Yeah, what else to say, right? This is what we have. Now, let's go over to the next animal, and that is potentially one of the most anticipated ones when it comes to big cats, and that is the Eurasian lynx. Now, there are a couple of changes in terms of the lynx. There are some European lynx and Asian lynx and whatever sorts of, but this is the Eurasian lynx, and I think one of the most common one and most known one. It's a very beautiful designed cat, and also let me just quickly get this out of the way so you can see the cat actually. I should have not taken these wonderful European music in the background. It's just driving me nuts because it's so up-paced. Whatever, I want to show you the animals. This is the cat. Look at that one. And whatever Frontier does, but I want to take this moment and talk about the fur. Now, we are very, very close. Can this cat for a second please look at us? I want to see the fur and design of the cat in total. Come on, just do your eat. There you go, whatever. Just freaking look at this. We are so close that you can even see the bump map on the ground. The fur is absolutely ridiculous. It is so well done. You can see every tiny detail, the little hairs. The seams are so little to like you can't even tell the seams anymore. The overall design, just also in the shade and stuff. Just look at that. Also the fur lighting is not as excessive as it was beforehand. So there are so many things that change. Even like the fur inside of the ears, like this little fuzziness going on there. It is just mad. It's absolutely mad. I love it. I just totally love it. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous looking animal. We do also have some other ones in here. Let me just have a little look at the baby. Where's the baby gone? Baby was in here as well. You just have a little look at the baby. Baby is here. Look at that one. There's little cute little baby. Come on, have a little look at us because we want to see you. There you go. Pausing him. Oh my god, it's so adorable. It is so freaking adorable. There you go. Also, the sound of these animals are pretty funny. I just want to quickly show you the sound. I hope I can do. Just gonna pause the music here for a second so we can listen to the game sounds. And actually, I should quickly do something and go to the audio channel and put it all the way up to 150. Wait, did I have the soundtrack, voice, mute, blah, blah, blah. Soundtrack is off. Sounds, effects, voice, volume. Okay, now let's go back in and hit play. And then we're just going to follow one of these cats. Let's have a little look. Yeah, have a little cat jump. Okay. Come on, do your sound thing. Can you please? They're just not doing anything here. They're usually doing some very freaky noises. The lynx are one of the most... Oh my god, look at the... This is so cute. Little animation here. But you should have done some... Yeah, okay. That's a baby cat sound. But they're not really doing the sound that I was thinking about that they did. I thought oh yeah, there you go. There you go, you heard that like a little bit there. They have some almost like scream sounds. It's almost like going into the way of hyena. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you can see the floaty issues of big cats and just of the climbing. Unfortunately, still exists, so there are no excuses to that. But oh, there you go. You had one of these more weird sounding noises, but they can be even more extreme, right? Let's put on back the music and go on with our little showcase of the animals. Now we have the next one over here, and that is the European badger, or the common badger, and this is again, look at the fur, look at the pattern, look at everything. And now this music really fits that animal. Oh, look at that. Wait. We have the perfect moment of the badger going into its burrow, even though I'm just flying all the way. There you go. Can I click on you? Yeah, there you go. Let's hit play. And you can see the animal is going down all the way. And now it is in second. Are you already in there? I think you are in there. And now you can just go into the camera view, and there you go. There's a little fellow in here, and it's pretty cool. It is pretty dang cool, and I love it. I love this animal a lot, even though I thought I wouldn't. But yeah, more about that in my review at the animal and at the animal. At the end, there are some babies all the way, by the way, but they're like so small and look almost like the same, so it's not really like super cute. It's nice, but it's not super cute. Looking at some more cute things, we have the ibex, and boy am I happy about this animal. Not only because that is my star sign, no, they are pretty cool additions to the game. Now, I think that this is something I should definitely check that song. There you go. This is a bit more of what we need here. So this is going to be, I'm definitely going to make the sound go very low. Otherwise, you guys might be a little bit confused as well. Now, this is one of the most cool looking animals in this DLC because of, again, the fur. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just looking so freaking good. I'm just going to go over here to show you a bit more of the other variants, like the female ones. Look at the subtle differences here in the color, in the fur color, and yeah, it's just so cool. And the babies, they look so cute, almost goat-like. So dang cool. They obviously come with this specific enrichment item, which for whatever reason I wasn't really able to set up correctly, it seems, because they apparently did not use it until now at all. Now I can check over here. You can see use in the last 12 months apparently is 0 times. Now, not really sure what exactly that is. I have had them use it in a different park file, but I can't repeat it anymore. So maybe that is just, you know, because of this save. I don't know. We had the same issue with the koalas at the beginning. Sometimes it seems to be the early access save files are not always working. But I'm just waiting here a little bit. Maybe we can catch one using it, because it's a rather cool animation, not gonna lie. I really do admire the animation. Otherwise, I'm just trying to get this animation for you guys in at the end by just like reloading into the file, because I think that is just going to be a good idea, I think. But yeah, you can see they're not really doing anything here, so apparently I will now go on. This is the ibex. The ibex is a good one. Oh, do you go here? Do you go here? Wait a second. It looks like as it is. Yes. There you go. Perfect. The music does the little drop here, and I need to adjust the speed. There we go, guys. And now let's have a little look at this animation. There you go. I love that one. Look, it's just like going to climb here now and just using this boulder, and just very nicely indeed jumps on top of it. Look at that. It's so cool. And then it does a little flexi flex here. Ah, look at that. This is it, guys. This is, oh my god, I just love that. It is so cool. Look at this. This is the update. This is the update we were talking about, guys. This is it. This is it. This is definitely it. Oh, I love that. It just looks so cool. It looks so freaking adorable. It looks so cool. The animation, everything. And we can just like unpause it real quick, because it's now doing another lovely flex here. Look at that. It's just really doing the ibex thing, you know. I am a big fan of this I'm a very big fan of this. It's a very cool animation. It's a very cool addition. It's a pretty decently sized enrichment item. I'm going a little bit mad about this because I really think we were missing out on some bigger enrichment items. And if it's so well integrated into the actual pieces in the game, because it is fully flexi color, as you can imagine, so you can basically change the color to whatever your liking is. I'm not sure why you would have a, you know, mountain shape like that or a color like that, but we can also reset that, and then we can go in here and just have some wrong filters in. So let me just reset all the filters. So you can apparently use that with the 4 rocks elements, as you can tell. And then you could just copy the color, which we are quickly doing, so I can show you apparently how that works. So let me just copy this color, and then you go in here and set this color in, hit enter, and then you can see it's basically the exact same color. And that's kind of cool because now, well, I'm missing the shade, but you get the idea. And then you can build whatever you want. You just keep that free where you've seen the animation happening, and then you're good to go, because apparently they always use the same little route. But yeah, I'm a massive fan of that. And now it's not an order in which I love the animals, but definitely this is my favorite animal of this DLC. We kept going, and now we are here. Look at this phenomenal designed animal. I have no words for how good that thing looks. It is just, I will have some final words on how much I love this DLC and why, but which is mostly down to some building pieces, but this is something we still have to talk about. But the animals also shocked me in a very positive way. Now, not only that these things look good, but I mean, just look at the fur again. Just look at the pattern, and also look at the different ways of how the saturation and fur patterns work, and just in general, oh my god, this is just so freaking amazing. You've got some very cool animations going on with them. I put also like a tree in here. You have the typical scratch animations and stuff like that in. But as you may have noticed already, the animals are grazing. That's not tied to the DLC. This is basically a change that is happened to all of the game's animals that would potentially graze, which is kind of cool. And also this entire thing here, like with all the animals, they have a very nice behavior in moving in here, and it feels like they move in groups or in herds, but I can't, that's not a verdict on that one. But yeah, so you can see the babies here again, like, oh my god, just the little Bambis. I have no words. It's just, they are too good. They are just too good. But yeah, this is all I want to talk about the animals. It's very important now that we just jump over into the building pieces. All right, building pieces. And this is where Frontier outdid themselves by a mile. Not only that we have a solid array of brilliant new pieces, and as recently always done, I made a little main street, I want to call that, but I used some of the blueprints because not only do they get better in the building pieces themselves, no, they also get better in making blueprints. If you remember the Planet Coaster days, I'm being completely honest with you. The first couple DLCs, the blueprints were barely even usable. They were super bad. The design was wonky and weird and whatever, And if you've compared that to the building standards of the community, that was just like, no one would have used them. So they were just basically a placeholder in the menu, which just took away some space. And I'm very glad they changed this by massively upping their game in terms of making blueprints. Just look at that little medieval styled French, southern French, almost like Champagne. As you can see, this is obviously linked to it, but this looks definitely like South France. And yeah, I love that. Like everything in this update, all the pieces, I would say 90% of it is flexi color. It's just ridiculous. And now we also finally have decals that make things look weathered and broken, and the range of these different things is just ridiculous. Look at this. Look at the different angles and stuff. This very medieval Bavarian style building. Love that Dutch style building, and then you've got a bit more Yeah, that could actually be that could be North Italy though. This definitely is North Italy, but yeah, just insane, insane. Then we have a more European styled food wagon, as you can see. You can put your shop in here if you want to know more about shops, by the way, and the new ways of restaurant stuff. Definitely watch my overview video of the 1.8 update. But yeah, just in general, look at all of that. Now we've got two more big new pieces that are worth talking about in detail, and that is yeah, that is what you can see over here. We have the ship and with the big coach that are essentially also spawn points, as I've demonstrated over here. There's one connected to the path. This is where guests can come in with, but I just did not let them in yet because I need them later for another recording. So yeah, also some very cool things we have is this weird heater for restaurants, which is funny enough that this is in the DLC and not in it's a bit weird though. We have it in facilities, and it might be an early mistake because this is it is actually connected to the Europe pack. If I do set the blueprints off, you can see that here, but a couple of things are a bit weird about this one. So first of all, it is definitely for a restaurant, and restaurants are part of the free update, while this also has a giraffe pattern clearly, which is always an indicator for the base game. So I'm not really sure if that's just a mistake, you know. Potentially this is also part of the free update. Not really sure though, so please take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, we've got the wonderful bin, which looks like a barrel. Love that one. We've got a very tiny planter with a tiny piece of mulch, and this apparently is European mulch, while the other mulch was worldwide mulch, I guess. So this is a very important difference. Whatever, we have it now. It's small, you can use it, it's in there. So a lot of great things, but now let's do what we need to do. We just need to look into the content pack itself and go through the menu, because there is no way of not doing that. Just look at all these pieces. So first of all, I want to type in decals so you can see the wide range of decals, and guess what? Yes, they are all flexi color. Even the moss pieces are flexi color. It is freaking ridiculous. You can even use the moss pieces and turn them into some sort of yeah, clay if you want. Let's do some clay look, so like a dried out clay if you want. So there you go, just make that maybe a bit more bright, this color. So you've got a bit of a dried clay. You can even make like a building site in which that is, or you make this now. If you also want to go that route, you can align that more to the color of this wall, and then you have some dirt on it, whatever. It is just there, like so many good ones. You've got a damaged wall. This makes no sense at all, obviously, but you can have like a double broken up wall, and yeah, you can change. And this is just like the outline, but sometimes the outline is actually more important than not. You can have these wonderful boulder thingies, which are fully flexible, flexicolor. Like not only this, you can recolor the different boulders. It's just I have no words for it. You can see some of the details, how they used it, and I love the way it is. They have obviously also pretty great bump maps, as you can tell from here. Very neat detailing on these things, like absolutely ridiculous. This is a game changer in so many ways. There's also like this wonderful sound now for the ferries. I'm just going away a bit because that's annoying. And there are so many freaking tiny pieces. I completely forgot to count this, but I mean, just look at all these tiny pieces, and you know how much we are always seeking for tiny pieces to make little things and, you know, do some decoration and stuff. But I mean, this is just beyond crazy. Yeah, that's like a little bit of a bigger one, but they're like so many mega tiny pieces. It's just, you can hopefully tell this from my excitement. I can't really. It's absolutely ridiculous how many pieces are in this update that are massively usable in so many ways and beyond this update. Like yeah. You can see this now. Look at that. This stuff member really does us a favor in just getting past. Just compare this to the sheer size of our person, and then in comparison to these are tiny pieces. Look at that one. This is the size of a, I don't know. It could be like it's not even big enough for like a little weight thing for making him do some sports or stuff. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I think even including Planet Coaster, I think there has not been a single update in which we had so many small usable pieces like cushions and stuff. As you can see, Mike and Eben will cry. They will basically hug themselves and go into the corner and just cry, because it's essentially a pack of 99% of things that they have done with the weirdest ways possible and abusing pieces in a crazy way that I could never do, just to create some cushions and stuff. And now they just get some proper cushions that are even smaller than what they have attempted to do. Ridiculous. Honestly, I can't. Also, we have a new pathway, by the way, over here. I assume it's a free path, but still, you've got the new pathway here coming with this pack. Oh no, basically it's with the pack. This is the new pathway. Like if we go into the path, it never tells you if there is like if this is the Europe path or not, but this is definitely the cobblestone path which came with this update. So I'm assuming that this one is tied to the DLC. But yeah, so this is another cobblestone. Let me just show you. It's not the one we had. This is the one we had, and this is the new one. So it's kind of cool. It's a very, very usable one, I guess. Or maybe I'm messing up here and we had this forever, but I'm quite sure I have never seen that one, or I'm just being stupid again. So, as you can tell, mega list of pieces. This again is the list of pieces we have at the facilities, but there's even more obviously in nature. So let's go content pack and Euro pack and then say all. There is not only these olive trees I've already put down here. No, we also have the wonderful cork oat trees. And these are those, and we also have the London plane tree, as you can see over here. Just gonna put these things down, and this is what we have over here. In habitat we do have, and now I'm just gonna go into the Euro pack again, disabling the lynx. You can see these two elements. You've seen them already in the animal overview, so I'm not going to make that again. And you can see this is the full list. Now let's have a little look at the olive tree. So that is the olive tree over here, the big huge one. If you want to buy that one, it's like a mega fortune that you have to put into this one. That's also a very expensive one. Now we are getting more into the affordable area, and I think this, if you want to get this sized olive tree in a garden center or something, you still need to pay like around 1,000 euros here. Yeah, I like these trees a lot. They give a very Mediterranean feel to your areas. You can very nicely use them in temperate Mediterranean areas if you want. Then you've got that wonderful tree. I love the branch design. It's so different from what we have, which goes for all of these. This looks like a little bit of the beech tree, but other than that, these look phenomenal. And then we have one of the trees I'm not the biggest fan of. This is the London plane tree with a freaking repetitive texture that is almost looking camouflage, if you ask myself. I know it has such a weird pattern, but it's not like as strict and repetitive. So yeah, I don't know. So that's that. Now this is the overview of the pack. As you can see, we've got the animals here in the foreground, and we've got the buildings, and we've got the trees, and I hope that I didn't forget about anything, because this is just massive. And now we have to draw a little conclusion. Okay, I tuned down the music a little bit for the conclusion of the DLC. I said at the beginning that this is the best DLC yet. And if you guys have seen my announcement video, I was hesitant if this is even my worst pack to date. And now I'm sitting here telling you it's the best. How come that I have such a 180-degree turn, or 360, or even more? It's ridiculous. And there are a couple of reasons for that. So first of all, I think I was a bit biased being European, that I kind of thought these animals were kind of boring because I know them and have seen them. I literally can go into the forest, and if I'm lucky enough, I can see 3 of those animals in here. Only the ibex is not really common to be seen here, and you gotta be very lucky to see the lynx though, but the other 2 can be seen around here. And if you go into one of the parks or forest parks over here that have some animal care, you'll definitely find them. Now, I have to go back and try to get my bias away and just say that for like all other continents that don't have these animals there, these are obviously great additions to the game, but also for me now, the design of these animals is ridiculously great. I think they are throughoutly brilliant, and I think in terms of quality of the habitat animals, it might be my favorite pack because the quality of the design is insane. It's not a Binturong moment where we have to have a redesign because of the Binturong being completely off. The badger is cute, the lynx is a great cat, which potentially is also my favorite cat now in terms of being a bit more aggressive and a bit more realistically cat looking. The ibex is a very cool addition for some mountain alpine areas that we haven't had too many animals of. And the deer is the biggest surprise for me. This animal was the one surprise for me that I thought I would not like at all. But then again, I love it because the design is great. I think it adds a lot. It gives you a lot of flexibility in doing some cool open foresty habitats if you want some wild parks or not. So very, 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 very cool. But now, the main reason why I think this is the greatest pack is the huge impact of this building set. And don't let me underrate this, because this can't be overrated. The decals alone would make it already a good pack, but the wide array of different types of pieces that can be used in so many ways make it a European pack in the foreground. But honestly, it is basically a second base game pack, if you ask me. It's all that you need for nearly every style in the game. For nearly every style you want to go for. You have this insane new brick broken stone wall, which is, you can go for nearly everything. You can do Asian with it. You can do you can even do South American if you mix that cleverly enough. You can go and do some Japanese stuff. Japanese stuff is absolutely madly doable, and you can even go to Africa by recoloring. It's ridiculous. You can do so much cool stuff with it, and all the other pieces are insanely usable. The size variants are great. There are brilliant size variants of each piece. It's nearly everything is flexicolor. Like nearly everything is flexicolor and has a great texture still. And then obviously the decals. The decals are just such a massive game changer. And I can already tell you that Mr. Eben is going to show you differences between before and after of his builds. It's they are ridiculous. They are, I mean, I'm using that word a little bit too influential. Is that the word? Inflationary? Too often. I'm using that too often. Yeah, I'm blown away by this pack. The video got a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I'm just very hyped about this pack. And this is getting a 11 out of 10 recommendation from my side. There's not a single pack I would recommend that crazily. There's only two little tiny little things I want to criticize in here, and that is especially the design of some of the trees. Not a big fan of this London tree. The leaves are not looking great, and also the texture is super repetitive. It's decent enough, but if you compare that with the quality, for example, of this branch or like of this tree in general, you can tell the difference of quality already from this distance. Not a massive fan of that one, so this tree could use some rework. Maybe they're doing it even because that is something I really do like. And there are some minor inconsistencies in the pieces. So some pieces I would have loved to have another variant of it. So for example, we have this insanely lovely bridge thing, which is insane because it's like one piece, and there's like a thinner, like if I'm just going to show you, there is a thinner chain link which we don't have in the game yet, and I would love to have that, even if it's just like such a flat texture, but we don't have that. The chain that we have in the game is, I'm gonna quickly show it to you, basically not usable because it's like 10 times too big, and this is a smaller one, but look at that one. This is just wait, is this? No. Yeah, this is exactly the problem. We don't have a straight one. We have a smaller one in this, but we don't have a straight one. It's way too big. Now, yeah, you can tell this. Other than that, it is perfect. There is nothing I can say against it. Yeah, maybe we could have used one or two more enrichment pieces, but honestly, we have so many for these type of animals, so why would we? Boy, I'm blown away. I'm seriously blown away. Planet Zoo, that is a brilliant update. props and congrats to all of you. We might have some discussions about the quality of the animals or the choice of animals. We can always discuss that. But overall, as a pack for this price tag, it's a blind recommendation. 10, 11, 12 out of 10. It's just go for it if you can. Yeah. I have no other words. So now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this DLC and how do you like the animals. And I'm especially curious to know from people who used to live or live in areas that do not have these animals around whatsoever. I'm really interested what you think about our domestic or local animals. That would be something I'm really excited about. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for the ongoing support. We are nearly hitting 65,000 subscribers. It's mad. If you guys haven't subscribed yet and you want to support me, do this. It's the easiest way. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I talk to you in the next one. And don't forget, there are some more videos today, so keep your eye on the channel, or your eyes. You can use 2 of them. You have a pair of them, hopefully. So thank you so much, as always, and stay safe. Goodbye.